Hey, what's up everybody? I'm here with another controller review, and today we're looking at something really special. It's this controller right here, the KatsuGear Sando. I think this thing is fantastic. Spoiler alert. Now, usually when I do these kind of reviews, the controllers are sent to me by a company, but this time things are a little bit different. This was actually made by one of my friends, and I think it's probably one of the best controllers I've tried that nobody really knows about. Quick disclaimer though, I have, as you can see, the WASD version. Now there is a standard hitbox layout for this as well, but I'm kind of tired of just reviewing so many typical hitbox style controllers, and I wanted to do something different. So when my friend sent this to me, I asked for the WASD version, and I gotta say, I'm just in love with this thing. It's not just the layout that's really good, this has some special features that makes this controller different from most things that are available on the market. So let's get into why this controller is so good. So first, starting with the general build. So this controller is actually pretty heavy, so it sits on your lap really well and it's not going to move. Has a solid body, the top is aluminum plating. It's just a really high quality build. And one of the best things about this is the silicone padding on the side. Now you can remove this, and there's different colors you can order, as you can see here on the website, which allows you to kind of customize and create your controller look the way you like. And it also acts as a really good wrist rest, and it doesn't get sweaty and weird because of the material. And now my favorite part of reviews, the sound test. So here we have the typical layout, and keep in mind the WASD layout and the typical leverless style layout is a little bit different. You can see the images here, but of course this is the only one I own, so I'm going to be talking about this layout. Now, one feature I really love about this is this little recessed hole over here. You can stick in an adapter for your PS5 or Xbox, plug it in here, put the silicone back on, and you never have to connect it to the end of a USB, so it's going to keep it safe. And I think this is a great extra feature. I feel like it's really good for no matter what fighting game you play, whether it's something like Street Fighter, something 2D, or something 3D like Tekken. So what makes this controller truly special is that it has Hall effect switches, and of course it has rapid trigger as well. Hall effect is great because usually when you have a controller, if you want to change the travel of a button, you would have to get completely new key switches or completely new buttons. But with this, you can just set how far the button has to travel before it actuates in the settings itself, which gives you full customization and lets you really set up the controller to feel the way you want it to. Now, quick thing with Hall effect though, you have to remember the actual physical travel of the button is never going to change. But when it triggers and when it releases will change based on the settings that you set in the menu on this controller. And I've just been having such a great time playing with the settings and figuring out what feels perfect for my fingers and my hands and my execution. All you have to do is set the actuation, something that feels comfortable for you, and you're good to go. Okay, so I love the build quality, I love the way it feels, I love the rapid trigger and the Hall effect key switches. So this button here is the menu button. This is how you make adjustments and changes to your controller. And all your settings are saved on board, which is really good. Which means you don't need to access a web browser to make changes to your controller. Now, this is good because if you're at a tournament or if you're at a friend's house or a local and you don't have access to a PC and you need to change your button settings, you can do it on the controller and you don't need to access a web browser. Okay, another feature that I really like, angled WASD keys. And I'm really happy that KatsuGear decided to angle it like 30 degrees to the right, so that your elbow doesn't have to get stuck inside to your body when you play, and it just feels really comfortable to play on. Also pretty standard stuff, but this controller does have LED lighting, so if that's something that you guys really look forward to and like to adjust on your controller, you can set the LEDs to whatever you like. This controller also has more than enough extra buttons. You have 2 on the bottom and 1 on the top, so no matter what game you're playing, you're always going to have enough extra buttons, and you can set that up exactly to what you like in the menu. However, I will say, using this dial and pushing and turning, it can be a bit cumbersome and it can be a bit of a pain in the butt to do. But as long as you save your profile and you just load from the profiles that are saved on the controller, you're going to save yourself a lot of time. It's just the initial setup, and when you set the buttons to actuate the way you want, that takes a bit of time. But once you do it once, you don't have to do it again and everything should be good. So yeah, just a little negative, it's a pain to set up in the beginning. So yeah, overall, this is just a quick, simple review because really all I have to say about this controller are really good things. I absolutely love it. If you guys have been watching my streams on Twitch lately, you'll know I've been using this quite a bit. I usually stick with this for Tekken rather than Street Fighter, mostly because for Street Fighter, I've been using a Hitbox Ultra for the past 1.5 years now, and I have my muscle memory down. That doesn't mean that I don't like it for Street Fighter 6. I just prefer using the Hitbox because that's what I'm comfortable with. But I've been streaming a lot of Tekken 8 lately, and I've been using this, and it has just been such a pleasure to play on. So if you guys are into this controller, and if you think magnetic Hall effect switches with this kind of layout is something you're interested in, I'll leave a link in the description for you to check out the store where you can get this. And I just think it's a great controller. I can't really emphasize that enough. I don't think a lot of people know about this brand. It's fairly new. The only pro player I know that uses this is Hot Dog from Hong Kong, the Bison Alex player in Street Fighter 6. He's sponsored by this company. So I don't think a lot of people know, but I want you to know because it's just such a good controller. I know this was a short, simple review, but trust me, I think it's great. So check it out. Alright guys, so that's the end of this video. If you like this review, let me know in the comments, and please don't forget to hit like and subscribe because it helps me out so much as a content creator. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.